Okay, so here is what we've got going right now. I've got a Mixamo character set up with some simple animations, and I want to review the settings that I needed to set up in order to do this. So the first thing that had to happen when we brought in the character was we needed to go to the Materials tab and then select Use Materials Legacy. Now it's on Use Embedded Materials, but you have to start on this one, External Materials Legacy, and you extract the textures. Okay, so once that's done, once you've extracted the textures and clicked Apply, then everything will, the character will appear correctly here. But again, you needed to extract the textures and then External Materials Legacy, boom, and that works. Okay, so then the next thing we needed to do was on the Rig tab, we select Humanoid from the list and then create from this model, and then click Apply, and that creates this avatar, okay, which we need in order to make the animations work. So the next step is to select all the animations. I just got Draw Sword here, but I select all the animations, okay, and you change the animation type to humanoid, and then the avatar definition, this time we're going to go from copy from other avatar, okay, and then the source becomes the avatar that we created in the earlier step on the character mesh, okay. And the next step is to go into animation, and then you can rename the animation. So this is Draw Sword 1, so I might call that Draw Weapon, okay. And then we're going to bake into pose all three of these levels here, and then click Apply, okay. Now you might not want some of these baked into pose, but I'm just following through from these other characters. All right, we see here the bake into pose is set on. These are others that are just imported from Unity. So I just wanted to match those. So I click bake into pose on each of them. And there we go. That is it. So here's the importance of the bake into pose. Like, so if I go here to death animation, I'm just going to uncheck these real quick. Okay, so if I do that and then I click play, and using my simple controller up here, if I click die, the character doesn't fall to the ground. Instead, she just kind of rotates. This is because I'm not using root motion. If I apply root motion, then she will fall when she dies. All right, but in a really weird way. Okay, so what we need to do is, so I'm going to uncheck apply root motion. We don't want that right now. That's not what this particular thing is for. So if I come back in here though, and I bake into pose these different levels, okay, and then hit the die animation, then she will animate properly in place. Okay, so that's kind of the key there. And then you can experiment. Like if I uncheck the transform Y, then my expectation is that she'll float like she was doing earlier. Yeah, so see, she floated. She moved properly, but she floated. And so each of these, so what this top one, rotation, prevents the animation, the root motion of the animation from rotating this, like if we look here, this arrow that's pointing forward, root motion prevents this arrow from changing the rotation of the transform of the character. And then Y changes it or prevents it from moving from the feet up and down, and then XZ prevents it from moving left and right, forwards and backwards. Okay, again, this is the root motion. We're preventing the root motion from moving the character by checking these boxes. Okay, now again, sometimes you might want that to happen, but Not in this case. Okay, not in this case.